Hi, welcome back to another hour with Crowder. We got Rick Rockin' You Don't Stop in the building. We got Malik Anthony, the devil advocate himself. We got E on the boards. We got HR Heather. And we got me, Crowder. Let's go ahead and get up into the show. Starting up late. I'm on my 2-button vibes.
It's hot as
on
hell.
Schoolgirl Picture Day.
It's Schoolgirl Picture Day.
I love it.
So, it's the night before Juneteenth.
It's the night before Juneteenth, and all through the house, not a nigga was stirring, not even a mouse.
Not even a mouth. How do we feel about this? I've been hearing a lot of controversy on both sides. A lot of people is telling us don't celebrate it as symbolism. And then we hear a lot of people saying, oh, they finally gave us some shit. Mm-hmm. So where are we standing with Juneteenth right now, y'all guys?
I think it's stupid. And I have family members who will come for me immediately. I was raised in Los Angeles. We didn't celebrate it. We didn't hear about it. I didn't hear about it until I came down to the South for college to go. Shout out to HBCUs. And when my classmates told me about it, my initial reaction, I was like, that's dumb. Why are we celebrating the fact that we didn't find out that slavery was over until a year later? I just don't think that that's something that we should celebrate. To me, it feels like mediocrity. However, when I was watching CNN last night and you see our elder who's been fighting for it, I was talking to my guy about it, and I told him, I said, I think this is stupid. And he made a good point. He said, but tell her that. Tell her, after 50 years of fighting, tell her that you think Juneteenth is stupid. And I said, okay, you know what? In this moment, I need to scale back and say, okay, all respect due to the ancestors and everyone who has been fighting for this. But my opinion is, I think we're celebrating mediocrity.
True.
Like I was saying earlier, it's really not something that I would that I celebrate myself. It is something that I've known about for a little minute. I look at it as just a holiday where our people, to them, it's a symbol of recognition in a sense.
Like validation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all we have is our people running around talking shit. They don't care about us. You got this and that going on. Okay, so we'll pass a holiday that some sort of recognition in a sense. Like, we see you. That's how I look at it. Like, granted, took y'all through some shit, but we're on our path to try and show some recognition for who you are and things that you've been through. Some people will take the holiday more serious than others. Others may not take it as serious at all, but like I said, it's just a day to feel like you've been recognized.
Yeah.
So forth.
Yeah. My thoughts on it is, well, let me actually throw a little spice into it. Okay, so with the controversy of people wanting to celebrate it, people saying that we shouldn't. So, like, okay, they finally have recognized one of the days. We don't get paid for Martin Luther King Day. Is that a federal holiday?
No, federal holiday. Actually, the company I work for, I can't say who I work for.
Please don't.
They finally recognized it this past year as a federal holiday, and it's kind of the similarities. It comes on the heels of Juneteenth, where we got a memo where it's like, hey, we're going to pay you now, but because we found out real late, you guys are already scheduled to work, so you're working. So same thing. I think the benefit for them is that Juneteenth falls on a Saturday, but there's going to have to be a conversation about it next year. But from my understanding, this was the first year that we were paid for Martin Luther King instead of just, not even recognizing it, like just running right past it like it didn't even exist.
Yeah, and so that's my sentiments about it. Is they're like, okay, you got some people want to celebrate, you got some people saying, nah, don't celebrate it, this is symbolism. And I agree with it, it's definitely symbolism. But it's like, okay, so they finally gave us something. Mm-hmm. Should we take it and just celebrate it and do, just treat it like a regular day because we're going to get paid for it eventually. We're going to, celebrate it. It's going to be a day off eventually. It just happened to fall on a Saturday
right.
this time. So it's like, yeah, we're bitching and complaining, but when it falls on a Wednesday, we're all going to be happy as fuck.
Well, I think we should take it and keep fighting. Take it in the sense of, bullshit ass Christopher Columbus, who was a rapist and a murderer. It's, when I was in elementary school, you were off that day. But now as an adult, you do kind of slide by it. But you have 30, 40, if not more years that people were literally off on Christopher Columbus Day. Yeah. We have to, in the middle of Black History Month, we have to then stop and celebrate President's Day. So although I think, honestly, it's just a bullshit holiday, there are other bullshit holidays that we, that are recognized, that we get paid for, that, they give us a day off for. Okay, so now we have Juneteenth. Now we have Martin Luther King. Okay, let's go for Harriet Tubman Day. Let's go for Barack Obama Day. I mean, let's call bullshit for bullshit, to the point where I think like this is a good stepping stone to where we have it now. Let's not, Black people, please stop protesting for 3 days and then fade away. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. And then maybe throughout the year, we all just have bullshit holidays. So I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm a person that really don't celebrate holidays. I don't even celebrate my birthday.
Are you Jehovah's Witness?
No, I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I just think it's not. I don't care. All the good years are gone. The next one is like 50, right? 50.
I want you to come talk to me when 40 comes and kicks down your door.
Yeah, 40. Okay. I think it's 40, whatever.
Okay.
I don't celebrate holidays. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, but it's a lot of shit. But my sentiments on the Juneteenth thing is that pretty much what you said. Like, I feel like the people that's complaining about it, it's like, okay, well, yeah, you can complain about it, but it's a federal holiday now. You're going to get paid for it. But we can pick up all of the little pieces along the way that they're giving us until we get to the big one, which is reparations. Wow. That's the whole thing, is that you'll give us a day, you'll give us critical race theory, you'll give us all of these symbolism things, you'll give us a dead man's name on the street,
right?
But you won't give the one thing that will totally liberate us.
But see, and I agree with, and I believe one of the episodes we had, Malik was against reparations, or making sure that we researched who received reparations, because the power is not in giving us reparations. The power is in financial literacy. Because, again, I think we all agree, and even that episode of Dave Chappelle, you give niggas reparations, we gonna, like, what was it when I saw it on Instagram, when the stimulus checks was coming. You had all what stimulus checks were coming. I know, Mom, I'm not going to curse, I'm going to do better. When the stimulus checks were coming, we had all these jokes on Instagram where Black people were talking about they were going to make Chick-fil-A open up on Sunday. So we're not talking about economic empowerment. Listen, teach me how to do what white folks are doing in the stock market. I'm just saying, because we have Black people, and I'll say this for me, because we have Black people. I mean, actually, Elliot is oh my God, a financial genius, financially savvy. So someone like him who knows what to do with money, before you cut me a reparations check, tell me what to do with this money, because then all we're doing is giving that money back into the white power structure. So don't cut one single check until Black folks know what to do with the check. Don't talk to me about reparations until we know what to do.
Yeah, but it's that white people problem, the Black people problem.
It's Black people problems. Okay.
Exactly.
It's Black people problems.
So Black people should be learning how to be savvy with money now before the reparations even come.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Don't cut me a fucking check. If Black folks were talking about, when I get my stimulus check, I'm going to open up Chick-fil-A. Actually, no, you're not. Without any economic power. So, yes, do we need to get to reparations? Absolutely. But not before we understand money.
I seen Malik, he wanted to say something. You look like you want to chime in.
Nah.
Okay. So my thing is, it's like, okay, reparations,
right?
Whatever. Leave those niggas behind that's trying to open up Chick-fil-A. I'm tired of black people always wanting to bring everybody along. Everybody ain't here for the ride. If I feel like teach the ones that want to. It's plenty of classes out here to learn how to do economics, how to do your taxes, how to save money, all of that. I just had a conversation today with one of my friends. I feel like with the critical race theory, but I'm not going to get on that. We need to start doing for self. Okay,
course.
if they give us a check, if you go out and go blow it on a 69 Cutlass, that's on you. I don't know what to say about that.
Here's the thing. If you blow it on a 69 Cutlass, then I want you to be educated financially to where you say, okay, I'm going to start putting this car in the car shows. So you make money. Buy your 69 Cutlass, but then make that something that's going to give you a return on your investment.
Yeah. So like I said in the beginning, I think that we all just need to start learning about financial literacy ourselves.
Exactly.
They're not going to teach us. What do they teach economics? 12th grade, last semester.
Let me explain. I didn't really learn economics until it was my senior year in college. And really when I had to learn or become financially literate was after 10 years of marriage. My ex-husband took care of all the money. I give that to him. But the moment that I was a single mom and I got divorced when I was 38. So we're talking about, and yes, that is my fault. I didn't really learn about money until I had to learn about money.
Exactly. So it's like, start teaching your kids early.
Exactly.
You already know that if reparations don't come, it's not like a missed lesson. It's not like a L because, now you know about money. Even if they don't give you, even if the government don't give you the money for reparations, now you understand how money works. So now you can go out and go make your own money. And then when reparations do come, you know how to move this money to make it work for you. Exactly. I don't think that is like literally like the school. It is their job to teach us, but we see what they're doing. You see that they ain't even teaching the basic shit right. So what makes you think they're going to teach economics right? And then we learn economics, 12th grade, last semester.
But when we learn economics, all they're telling us is to have a good credit score.
I don't even remember anything from economics because I had already passed. I already had my credit, so I didn't care about economics. It's the last class of the last semester of my senior year. I don't give a fuck about that. Right. And that's most kids. So it's like you got to start teaching your kids at home. We have to start doing a better job at teaching our kids things that they're not getting fed in school at home. Right. So if that means that, hey, you got to get up at, maybe at 10 o'clock and not sleep till 12 o'clock on a Saturday so that I can give you 1 hour of financial literacy lessons, great, whatever. Mm-hmm. But me personally, I'm not waiting on reparations. That's the only thing that I'm honestly waiting for the government. I try to put government as far out of my mind as possible because everything that they give us is either a trap or it's going to be weaponized or it's not good for us from the get-go. Right. So I don't depend on the government to give us anything. But them reparations, they owe that to us for all of the shit that we've done, everything. And just to bring it back into the Juneteenth point, I don't think that it's something that I think that it's something that we should celebrate if you celebrate it because of the point that your guy made. Right. Because of older people and like they never thought that this would be something that like would happen. But like you said, don't give up. The bigger goal is reparations. That's what this is. That's the real liberation for black people, not some holiday, not just a little bit of money or whatever you think reparations is or whatever, but it's the big one.
So I'm going to go back to what Malik said when we were talking about the Tulsa massacre. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he brought up, a system of trying to verify who is who. Is this your bloodline? Are these your ancestors? Do you qualify for this? So again, we're saying reparations are owed to us. And the first thing that came to my mind is, okay, do you know your tribe? Do you know your history? Does your bloodline go all the way back to, or does it trace back to your ancestry of someone who actually was a slave? Or did your did your grandmother and your grandfather was your grandfather directly from Africa and your grandmother was black but she was from France and they had a really good life and they came here. Do you then deserve reparations?
Or another example, coincidentally enough, the first black person to own a slave name was Anthony Johnson. That's a black name right there. Yeah. So it's like with him, when he made it here and he was no longer a slave, he started owning slaves. So even though he was a slave when he first got here, served his servitude out, and was owning slaves, does his family or descendants get money?
Were they slaves?
It was indentured servitude when he first got here. After that, he was a free man and he owned slaves.
Well, let's even go.
Was he a slave though?
For indentured servitude, which was meaning you just worked your 5-7 years, and after that, you're free. You're not a slave in terms of people who, you're gonna get your ass up, you're gonna do this field out here, you're gonna lay your ass down. Yeah. And if you run, I'm gonna chop your leg off, I'm gonna rape your wife, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna do all types of shit. Ain't no leaving.
Well, that's not a slave. He did his time and got out.
Well, indentured servitude, rather, is what he was.
Okay, so my thoughts on it is that I'm not really interested in so much of, I am interested in it, but I know that it's going to take a little while to do that because of all the studying and everything that they have to do. Me, personally, I feel like if you're a foundational black person, you should get reparations.
But when you say foundational black person, what do you mean?
I mean, if you came here in slavery, if you was here and you became a slave, you get reparations. And that's it. I feel like we're making reparations really complicated. And it's just like, if you was a slave and you was black and you're still going through whatever, like you said, they've been doing studies on it, or I think it was Elliot that said it. They still doing studies on it or whatever, and some people are getting reparations from it. I didn't check in on that story, but
it's a couple cities across the states that are doing research into how they can start giving reparations. Yeah, he said it.
Somebody said it in Chicago.
I think we both said it. I know it's a couple places in the United States that's trying to. They want to. Well, I know one place in particular. This family, they got a hold of like some money through somebody died, and they found out.
But with the reparations though.
With the reparations, that is in Chicago. I know they're helping black people that were there in like a certain time period, like help with their houses and down payments and stuff like that.
Okay,
so
but
they're giving like $25,000 for a house down payment. So they're pretty much trying to help them with that generational wealth gap because in America the fastest way to own wealth is home ownership.
Oh, okay. So is that a form of reparations? Are they saying that that's a form of reparations?
Yeah, that's what they're marketed it as.
Okay, so how did they get that? How did they get that process to determine that? This is reparations. The same model that they went off of, then do that throughout the whole motherfucking time. I think
state. That's small. I believe it's like in a city, like you have a commission or whatever they get together. Okay, for this specific town that we're in.
See, and that's the problem that I have because when you start doing it like that with bits and pieces and
everybody not going to be on the same page.
Exactly, and state by state, no, but that's the problem. We have to be on code. We got to be.
But it's with so many, like, for instance, like they just passed a law where Juneteenth, not even 24 hours, the motherfucking governor of Georgia said, no, not here. Like
the red state that just became blue?
Yeah. Like the governor was pretty much like, this is not going to be no federal holiday, which is stupid because like he said they can only have 12 federal holidays. They could easily get rid of Christopher Columbus. But instead of doing that.
He was a rapist.
It was like, well, no. But see, like that leads into when I say like everybody is not going to be on the same page. You may have some states, some districts like, okay, well, yeah, like we're all for it. But you go to other states and districts and so forth with their mentality, no. Like, wasn't even 24 hours. You like, nah, we ain't having that.
Well, with federal, it's still federal because that's federal. It trumps state. So what he's saying is that we're not going to give you the day the fuck off. It's still a federal holiday, but you're not getting the day off. Don't expect to get the day off. That's basically what he's saying. Because federal doesn't trump state. Federal is over state. You can't trump. You can't trump the state. Like in Colorado, okay, weed is legal in Colorado, but federal is illegal. So you can smoke weed in Colorado as much as you want, walk around, but the moment that you leave, like Colorado, then it's illegal. So yeah,
What about the California cases where it was legal state, but the federal was still raiding them? I guess that's what you were saying.
Feds,
the
federal, like
feds
no matter what, you can be anywhere in the state if it's legal, cool. And if you cross state lines or if you just come across a federal officer, if they want to be a dick, they can still take you to jail. It don't matter because, like I said, federal having weed and shit is still against the law, no matter what the states say and shit.
It's gonna sound really shitty, but you just gotta do due process because it's federal. Like federal is always gonna trump the state. Even with me driving trucks, federally, I can drive 12 hours or something like that. But through my company, which is a state law, a better one is. Federally, I can't have any I can only have one earphone on my ear, but state or company-wise, I can have two. They'll allow me to have two. So, but if I get pulled over by a DOT officer, they're gonna follow federal state law. But if I get caught by my company, then they're gonna be okay with it. But yeah, I don't know. I think that before we even start doing reparations and all of that other shit, which I don't really like to get into because honestly, I don't think it's going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen. But I don't like to say that because I don't like to speak like
negativity.
Like negativity and low hope. Like it can happen and then I'm going to be eating, like it's going to be pie on my face whenever it happens.
The only way that I feel that it can happen is
if we rise up and...
Well, okay, if we rise up. But,
hell no.
If we rise
up, it's going to be more hell.
If we rise up. But, we have to continue to populate at an extreme level and then eliminate the white race or the powers that be. Then we need to obtain power and then say, okay, we've got our hands on the money. We're going to hand out reparations because think of the mindset. Let's say if the tables were turned and we felt like, which the power structure feels that, these white folks are just whining. I don't owe them shit. Are you really getting ready to open your purse to someone you feel that doesn't deserve it? I mean, because when you talk about slavery, nobody wants to hear it. But when you talk about the Holocaust, everybody wants to, stop and cry and moan and bemoan and be like, oh, my God. So
I mean, in a sense, because you got to realize in such a short span of time. I mean, slavery was years. And I'm not saying one is more worse than the other, but if you look at the Holocaust within a couple of years, like they lost a lot of people compared to slavery was done for some years.
But when you look at it statistically, I understand the Holocaust happened in a shorter span, but let's look at the math on it. You're talking about 300 years. You're talking about how many lives were taken in 300 years. Let's count the rapes. Let's count let's count. It was Lavelle Crawford. I'm assuming that he's exaggerating, but he said like their expectancy was like 1,500 pounds of cotton. So if we roll this out and look at it statistically, never taking anything away from anybody who was a Holocaust survivor, then if let's just say I'm a part of the power structure and I say, okay, fuck it, I got to look at this statistically, roll the statistics out. I mean, but I understand how I am with my money and my thought process just as a single mom. I'm here to take care of this, and this. Anything outside of this, hey, too bad, fuck you, sorry for you. And that's the mindset that they have towards us. So I'm not going to come out of my pocket for something that goes outside of what's important to me.
Yeah. So, happy holidays to all you Juneteenth motherfuckers.
Happy birthday to you. Oh, that's the wrong song. Sorry.
But we do
every voice.
those Negro
Okay, I'm sorry.
spirituals. Wait
In the water.
and come on, don't give them that. Don't give them that. Okay, let's we got some kind of dark news. We got some gun control type of shit going on right now. Actually, Malik brought this up, and honestly, when I started researching this type of stuff, then I found out that they are literally like doing some crazy shit. But go ahead and bring that in. Yeah,
That?
Malik got the notes.
He has the receipts.
Last week there was another mass shooting, and I was just like, damn. So I did some research, and I just wanted to let you know how I feel about it. So I'm going to be talking about mass shootings, gun control, and the NRA. Now, it was recently reported it's been over 272 mass shootings. Now, by definition of mass shootings, that number is incorrect. Most of those shootings involved a few people getting shot and no murders. Now, the Congressional Research Service defines it as 4 or more victims murdered with a firearm. From January 9th to May 26th, it's been 14. And of all the almost 300 cases in half a year, why is gun control not a bigger issue? Most mass shootings are done by people who can legally obtain a weapon. I want to know how come the NRA doesn't offer solutions to any of them. Why do they stay quiet when an African-American person legally uses a weapon to defend themselves? I never see them speak publicly to support these people. That's just how I feel about that. I want to know what you think about that. Those numbers of almost 300 shootings of 2 or more people within 6 months of the year.
Me personally, I don't own a gun. I want to. My time is up in September. I will.
What time?
Well, I went to jail.
Oh,
So, yeah, I got to wait a little while.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Everybody on this podcast know.
Okay.
But, yeah,
You don't seem like the jail type.
Yeah, because I do petty crimes until they get to the larger crimes, and then they just slap everything on you as a habitual offender.
We talked about that the first show.
You seem like you're so peaceful.
I am until I'm an alcoholic and a drug addict. But what I have to say about that is like, okay, well, the NRA, I mean, I don't know if they're racist or not, whatever. I don't really care. If you haven't noticed me, I don't really pander too much into racism because I just feel like you can do whatever you want to. You might have to take some extra steps, but it is what it is. The NRA, they've been saying the same thing for years about mass shootings from the get-go, which is guns aren't the problem, people are,
the problem.
which is true. And, even the gun itself is not the problem, people are, which is true. I don't think that we should be punishing law-abiding citizens that have a gun and they do the right thing, and then you just put this whole lockdown on everybody because, these people, these percentage of people decided to go out and go kill a whole bunch of people, which is unfortunate. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of people out there that are law-abiding citizens that carry a gun. Hell, I'm going to be a law-abiding citizen with my gun. I mean, Greg Abbott I think it's in September that it goes into effect, but
Carry a gun, no permit, no, which I'm sorry, I think that is stupid as fuck.
I think so. They're trying to live off of this whole. I feel like and I didn't mean to interrupt you. I feel like they're trying to live off of this entire childish fantasy of gun smoke. Texas is supposed to be this shoot 'em up, bang bang. They're trying to live inside of this cowboy western structure. And when I heard about that, I immediately said, man, these motherfuckers trying to live vicariously through gun smoke, and it's dangerous. It's absolute, because here's the thing: white man from South Lake, Frisco, shoots somebody, oh, they're a hero. Black man from Oak Cliff shoots somebody to defend his life, then we have a problem with gun control. Well, you just said everybody in Texas can be gun toting, gun smoking, like, so how I just, like I said, I was reminiscent of Toy Story. What is it, Woody? Is that Woody?
Mm-hmm.
I said these motherfuckers walking around here trying to be like Woody from Toy Story. I think it's the worst decision that could ever be made.
And add on to that, California, they did something stupid with their Supreme Court. The judge reversed a decision regarding assault rifles, making them now legal. It was banned, and the writing opinion of it, and I'm paraphrasing or making it shorter, whatever, he pretty much equated the AK-47 to a pocket knife because of its practicality.
Okay, let me say this. Oh God, I'm saying
Which is
this.
why assault rifles are now will be legal again in California.
I'm saying this and knowing that we're gonna get a whole bunch. Okay, so 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the what is it? The box cutters that took down an entire plane. A AK-47 is equivalent to that.
Yeah, because if it's a practicality, if I had time, I would have screenshot or wrote his opinion on it. But he pretty much was like, AK-47 should be okay because they use them in wars. It's so practical, just like the fucking Swiss Army knife. Like that was a lot of folks like, bitch, you try to you compare the AK-47 to a fucking pocket knife.
Now, I do think that rifles should be legal because a lot of people down here in Texas,
AK-47s, semi-automatic rifles.
I don't know how to make this sound, but yes.
Look, Second Amendment. We got the right to bear arms.
And I hear that.
That's a contract. It don't say what type of gun. It just say you got the right to arm. You got the right to bear arms.
So you need the same type of weapon that you're fighting in a war.
It doesn't say which type of one.
Exactly.
Now, listen. I'm saying this all in a perspective of someone that is a law-abiding citizen. A law-abiding citizen that has an AK. A guy at my job got an AK-47. Let me finish my point.
Black people are not considered law-abiding citizens.
Okay. Now, I get what you're going with it, and that's why I wanted to finish my point. Okay. So I'm talking on a spectrum of law-abiding citizens. So if you own an AK-47 and you're a law-abiding citizen, you're not going to be going out here doing crazy stuff, or you can. But what does that make you? Not a law-abiding citizen. That makes you a criminal. So that means that you should be locked up. I don't think that they should go around taking everybody's gun, punishing everybody just because of this percentage of people that decided to shoot up somebody. And if you want to say, okay, well, the NRA is racist, well, we have NAGA, the National African American Gun Association. Tell them, go to them, partner with them. Do things in your community. We keep sitting up here.
They were formed in response. They were formed in response to the NRA. And if we're talking about law-abiding citizens, this country considers the people who killed Ahmaud Arbery to be law-abiding citizens.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Who's Ahmaud Arbery?
Isn't it Ahmaud, the brother who was jogging?
I'm sorry, it's just so many black people.
And I hate to say that, but
who was jogging and got killed?
You have some people's opinion that would say, well, these were law-abiding citizens, and they had a right to bear arms, and they felt like he was a threat because apparently that's the shit that can get you killed. Now, as I feel that you threatened me, this brother was running down the street and got shot by law-abiding citizens.
And I want to add on to that. One, granted, I will say the majority of shootings, those 300, are, like I said, they're not done quote unquote mass shootings, or a lot of those shootings are done, I would say, like gang shit, hood shit like that. But real mass shootings where 4 or more people are killed throughout the past 20 years, 90% of those, 95 actually, have been done by law-abiding citizens.
Okay. And
using AK-47s. It ain't no just hood nigga just going around just
Right.
popping 15, 20 motherfuckers. It's always the people that's law abiding, legally got their gun,
Right.
and just will say, you know what, fuck this shit, fuck everybody, bitch. I'm gonna kill my wife, my daughter, that coworker, that bitch ass boss, fucking anybody in eyesight, I'm killing. And they always law abiding citizens.
And to add to what Malik is
Okay.
saying, when the news story comes up, like the one recently, this motherfucker killed his whole family, and they put a picture of him like on a boat.
Okay, so you get your gun legally, and then you go kill somebody. The moment that you get it legally, you're a law-abiding citizen. The moment that you shoot someone unlawfully, what are you?
Apparently, the
a
people
criminal.
who killed Ahmaud Arbery are not.
No. You're a criminal at that point. So
Really? Are you?
Yeah, you're a criminal.
Okay, so
I'm saying you're a criminal.
So is Zimmerman a criminal?
Yes, he's a criminal.
He got off.
HR.
Okay, so to piggyback on what you were saying about, yes, people, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Okay, so I'm gonna read something. Factors that contribute to the violent mass shootings include substance abuse, anger issues, impulsive behavior,
That's where I
and
was trying to get
discrimination
to.
in society. Substance abuse is a crucial factor that could lead to violent behavior and aggression. Okay, so we need to take care of these issues. That's why there needs to be stricter gun control.
No, it needs to be stricter background checks.
And the Second Amendment.
Not taking everybody's
Part of
guns
gun
away.
control.
No,
That is part of the gun control.
Yeah, but the way that they're saying it is that we want to take guns away. We want to restrict.
I don't think they're saying that. They
no,
want to take your guns, but they just like
no,
Give
because
people guns.
because the things that they're doing is eventually going to get to the point where
like what?
they're- Okay,
Now,
so
Can I speak for a little bit?
yeah, go ahead.
I actually agree with you to a point because they can take the guns, what they're talking about. But at the same time, do they need those types of guns? Because the Second Amendment talks about a well-organized militia. So if you're just a one person with an AK-47, that's not really...
You're not a well-organized militia.
Yeah, you're not, and those people are criminals, and they should be put away. I never said
But
that
the
those
point
people
I'm
should
trying to
be.
make shaky is that the way that this country works, when these quote unquote law-abiding citizens go out and kill people and decide that they are their own militia, let's go back to what happened in January, they are not prosecuted. Like the chick who was murdered or killed for breaking into the Capitol, she died with her flag from the military. If that had been a black person or any other person of color and they broke into the Capitol building, the military is not supposed to send her a flag. Her family, put all over the internet and all over the television that she died a patriot. Was that a well-organized militia?
Okay, that's a criminal, and I've never.
But in her death, she is not being recognized as a criminal.
I mean,
Okay, and we
on
don't-
liberal stations, just the fuck she is.
Well, okay, on
Nah,
CNN, but goddamn.
not Fox and them. They like, yo, she was the savior. CNN like, yeah, that bitch, she got
Yeah,
shit.
she
dead.
She got right.
Yeah, she's a criminal, and I'm not saying that the Second Amendment is.
But did she get a soldier's funeral?
Okay.
I mean, we have to research that because
okay.
criminals are not supposed to get a soldier's funeral.
Okay, we talking about criminals. We talking about black people. Okay, if you're a black person, because you brought up something very good that I actually agree with you. The laws kind of really shiced us out of the law, black people. Okay, if the law is already shysting you out of your rights as a black person, that's all the more reason to have a gun as a black person. Because eventually that shit is gonna get to the point where you are gonna have to defend yourself. We talking about mass shootings. Okay, do you want to be in a mass shooting without your gun?
No.
Okay, you don't. So I don't see the point in we talking about, okay, well, we don't want to take the guns away or whatever, but all of these little laws that they're putting in is eventually going to get to the point where you either don't have a gun or it's heavily like restricted. And black people are already restricted enough on laws. So I don't want to have more restrictions. Black people need to have more fucking guns because we already is the pinpoint of all these fucking, things that happen in our community. Mass shootings, okay, those are a certain group of people that do that. Yeah, they was law-abiding at one point when they got their motherfucking gun or whatever. But the moment that you shoot someone unlawfully, you are a criminal.
But by then, it's too late.
It doesn't matter if we recognize it or not. You know the law. You're a fucking criminal. I mean, you stop watching. You called the news that show. Okay, don't.
Fucking show.
Okay, well,
It's
don't listen.
sensationalized.
Okay, well, don't listen to that show. And yes, it unfortunately it is too fucking late. But guess what? I'm not gonna sit up there and say that everybody needs to get punished for these people that went crazy.
I mean,
No.
but it's not a punishment. It's like, hey,
It is
we
a
just want to
punishment.
make sure that, you know, all you people with a gun ain't crazy as fuck, and you have some urge to go out and kill a bunch of people that ain't got shit to do with you.
Okay, well, great. Then we stricken up on the background laws, but we don't get to the point where we can only buy one pistol or one rifle or no guns at all, and then we're fucking the UK and we're all stabbing each other and shit.
I'm gonna have to go to the devil's advocate side, because the best metaphor that I have for this. Okay, so 9/11 happened, okay, and the entire country was quote unquote punished. But now that we're used to that, now that laws were changed to control or to try to prevent this from happening again, now we understand. Okay, when you go to the airport, you show up 2 hours early, you take your fucking shoes off, you get almost goddamn naked just to get on your plane. And I understand what he's saying. It's not a punishment. It's just saying, okay, we have the statistical data that says this is happening. We need to do something else. And no, Governor Abbott, it doesn't mean that you open up the state of Texas for some shoot 'em up, bang, bang shit.
Okay, so just because you get used to something doesn't make it right.
Okay, so tomorrow you go to the airport. I'm not gonna lie. Like I travel for work, and I don't like taking my shoes off. But what I understand is, although I don't like it, it's not necessarily a punishment. It's for our protection.
Yeah, but when you talk about 9/11, which is, I don't even want to really get into this because that's a really
interject real quick.
No, go ahead.
All right. To piggyback Ricky, I think, think about cars, right?
Yeah, for sure. I knew that someone was going to go to that point, the car point.
Well, there you go. You're going to take it from there.
No, go ahead. Because for the audience, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying, cars are regulated. Like, you can drive how you want, but they have speed limits. They have seat belts you have to wear. There are certain things they do for the public safety, even though you're free. And guns can be regulated the same. You know what I mean? So,
guns are already regulated. We already have background checks. You already have to give your ID at a gun show.
Honestly, not in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't even go into effect until September.
But okay, just like Malik said, you can walk around with a motherfucking rifle. I'm sorry, Mom. And it's okay.
You cannot do that legally. I'm speaking from a legal aspect.
Isn't that what you just said?
Yeah.
From a legal aspect, you can walk around with a gun out.
Yeah, in some
Right
states,
now.
open carry, like walk around with a rifle on your arm.
Okay,
wait a minute.
As a matter of fact, I want to say St. Louis is one of the states.
Hold up.
I mean,
cities. So it's the gun legal that you're talking about that you're carrying on
Correct.
your back.
Correct.
Is it legal?
Yes.
Okay, so that means that they had to go through a background check. That
Okay,
means that they had to give their ID.
but
That means that
again-
they had to do an F.
But again, what I'm saying, most of the mass shootings are done by people who legally got their gun.
Okay, and I already addressed that.
But you can legally get a gun from a trade show without a background check.
No. And I actually, because that was
Milwaukee, baby.
No, because that was one of the big misconceptions that people have, and I actually wrote that down. Okay, there's a myth that's going around about it. No. Okay, then that means that, hold up, because I'm about to get ready to say my point. Okay.
So everybody be quiet.
Okay, that doesn't happen because you're supposed to have an FFL. All those people at those gun shows are supposed to have a federal firearm. Go ahead.
At gun shows, they do not. For people that are selling guns out of their home, if you're not a business, you do not have to ask for a background check. They do not have that. FLL.
That's not legal. If you selling out of your home, you don't have a.
Yes, it is.
If you need it
because
hold up.
I literally just looked this up yesterday.
No, I just looked this up today.
Right
Hold up.
Okay, look it up.
Stand by.
Look it up so we can.
And
Okay, y'all keep talking though.
All right, so just to jump on with HR, there are some states where if you go to a gun show, you don't have. As a matter of fact, I want to say in Florida when I was younger, they used to have gun shows, and I'm pretty sure I know some people that was able to go in there and buy some guns, and they didn't have the proper paperwork.
Yeah, my stepdad and my brother go to gun shows, and that's how they buy their guns.
Are they registered?
I don't know. My brother's a convicted felon, so.
Are they registered though?
I don't know.
Okay, if you don't know, then wait a minute. Why do we got that little echo? What's going on? Oh, that's your mic. Hold up. And all of this I'm talking about is from a legal standpoint. So honestly,
But it is legal though.
But no,
Are you still looking it up?
Yeah. Okay, so with this, an act to provide taxation, manufacture, import, and dealers, that means people at gun shows, in certain firearms, machine guns, to tax the sale. You selling at gun shows, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that means that they have to have this. So if they hold up. So if they do not have this is federal. This is federal everywhere. So we're not talking about a state by state thing. It's federal. You're supposed to have this. So those people that are selling to your brother and those people that are selling in Milwaukee, they're criminals. Lock them up. Those are the criminals that you go after. You don't go after law-abiding citizens that are doing the right thing. The right thing, because y'all keep saying mass murderers, mass shootings. Those guys are criminals. They use their firearm unlawfully. So those are the people that you go after. You don't shut down everything. When are we going to stop giving the government so much power over us? When are we going to stop sitting up there, letting the government come down on the law-abiding citizen for the people that do wrong? It was the same thing that happened with fucking COVID. A little bit of people get sick, shut down the whole thing for everybody.
A little bit of people, really? A little bit?
Let's say
1%.
Really? A little bit?
All the fucking families
1%.
Really?
It was 1%.
Just a little bit? Really?
1% of the world.
Really?
That was 1%.
Wow.
You know what?
It's 7.9 billion.
I want some fucking potato skins, and I'm gonna wrap this shit up. I'm done.
It's 7.9 billion people. 7.9 billion people. 3.9 million. That's 1%. You do the math.
My question
And we
is,
keep locking down everything
When-
for everybody.
Okay. Wait. As a producer,
No, go ahead.
final thoughts. Everybody go ahead. Final thoughts on this and move on to the next topic. Starting with HR.
Okay, so I wanted to say this for a while now.
What, that your brother is illegal?
You are
I'm fucking with you.
necessary.
I'm fucking with you.
Anyway, okay, so I wanted to say this earlier, but in Texas we have stand your ground laws. So as long as it's deemed a threat, you legally can shoot somebody. So when it's a white person,
depending on who you are.
yeah, that's exactly the point I'm getting at. When you're a white person, they can say they were running at me, that it was a threat. There, and that actually happened because there was a child who missed the bus and he didn't know he needed to call his mom.
I remember
and he
that
was
story.
walking up to one of the neighbors' house and the guy thought he was a threat just because he's a little black kid, thought he was coming to steal some shit, and shot him dead. And it was justified because of the stand your ground laws in Texas. But let a black person do it, what happens? Cops show up and shoot them dead because it's a threat. They're a threat. Being black is a threat.
And that's why black people should have guns. They should have more guns. That's why we shouldn't be trying to infringe on this right of guns
people
because
having
black
guns.
people need guns. You just said.
It won't be justified.
The point
It will not be justified.
The point that Heather is trying to make is, like you said, it won't be justified. We go out, we We follow the Second Amendment. We have a right to bear arms. We can say that with hands up. I have a right to bear arms, but it comes down to skin color. Like you said, they can kill that little boy and say it was a threat, which I think that's a pussy ass law.
Yeah.
But if we do it, if we say, and you can show up at the scene, we got scratches all on our fucking face, and we're still gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or get shot dead.
Well, right. Sometimes we don't even make it to jail. Well, shit, all the time.
I think about all the
Malik,
people that
go
get
ahead.
pulled
Final
over
thoughts.
and have a gun.
I don't get final thoughts.
You just gave it. You should gave them shit.
Final thoughts on gun control is control your guns, control your mental shit. You know what I'm saying? If you need help, seek help. Don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? And if you need to kill somebody, just kill yourself. Don't kill innocent motherfuckers. If you don't like this world, just take yourself out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be killing a bunch of motherfuckers that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Because that got to be the most, boy, especially if your day off and you wake up dead on some shit. All right, we're moving on.
Yeah, that's actually.
No, you're good. Okay, Crowder, last word.
That's actually one of the things that I agreed on is take yourself out. I know that sounds harsh. Take yourself out. Don't kill everybody and it's really like I don't want to sound like it's a conservative or a Republican because I'm neither, but guns don't kill people. People kill people. Get those people help. Black people own as many guns as you can. Go get guns. Go protect yourself because I don't give a fuck. If it's between me and a dirty cop, I'd rather die with me defending myself fairly than to fucking hands up, don't shoot.
I don't know. Like
Fuck that.
And welcome back to An Hour with Crowder. I'm here with Rick Rock, Crowder, the HR, and amazing production by Elliot. And I'm one of your other hosts, the Devil's Advocate. We're here.
Well, everybody had to take a bathroom break. That's why we had to come back in.
Hey, don't tell them my business.
Bladders are old.
Man, the privacy laws. We need to.
No. You need a license for that. Privacy laws. Fuck that.
Old bladders around here.
But damn, we got some more gun shit. I promise y'all, we gonna get to the lighter shit. But last week, 6-year-old. Let me go ahead and read the insert. But a 6-year-old got shot by an Asian man, and I'm gonna say it just like that because that's how they be doing us, y'all. So, yup. 6-year-old shot by a neighbor after he finds boy outside his home, Michigan police says. A man accused of shooting his 6-year-old neighbor is back in custody after initially being let out of jail on a $10,000 bond. $10,000, you guys, according to prosecuting attorney. So, how do we feel?
Black lives don't matter, and that's it.
That's short.
And that's the fuck it.
Short to the point. Here we go.
I don't know. I tried to look at both sides and play the devil's advocate, but on this one, I don't see how you shoot a 6-year-old. And I can even go as far and say, like, you know what? Hey, there are some fucking 6-7-year-olds. I have read a story where an 8-year-old shot and killed his cousin. So there are kids out there that have done some crazy shit, but to see a child, no weapon, no nothing, just walking in your yard, and you think let me cause harm, like, yeah, that's crazy.
Well, harm in the sense of, I'm not gonna lie, some of these little kids, I probably will pull a belt on. I'll whip your ass.
Yeah, but not a gun.
But right, but
he
not
pulled
a gun.
The whole gun.
But let's talk about the 2 white children who got in a shootout with the police, and they're alive. I mean, and thankfully this young black boy is alive. But they got into a shootout, and I was looking at that show called The News, and yes, I say that because the news is sensationalized. It's a shit show now. But when they followed up with the police chief, he was like, I'm so proud that they did everything that they could to preserve these lives. Really? These motherfuckers, kids, I'm sorry. They pointed guns at cops. They got into some shoot 'em up, bang, bang shit with a cop. This little boy was riding his bike, and I even have to say, even if he was being bad, did he probably deserve a belt? Yes. But to be shot? No. And then based on what I'm seeing, he shot him from what? 100, 200 yards away?
Yeah,
How is this young man a threat?
Yeah. With that Florida's case, that was I don't know. I think that situation was a little different. Granted, both of them were young. Like, shit, them having a shootout lets me with the police let me know that the police like, bitch, you shoot me, bitch, I'm gonna bust your ass back. And after a little while, like they just, hey, look, you bring your ass out the house, we gonna shoot that bitch up some more. And they put them guns down. They brought their ass outside. I mean, shit, I would have did the exact same goddamn thing. I mean, shit, I done shot these 3 shots. I ain't dead. I know it a little bit from the movies and shit that I watch. These motherfuckers gonna be coming here sometime soon, especially if I kill one of these motherfuckers.
See, my sentiments on this whole thing about the 6-year-old. Everybody knows where I lie with kids and everything. It's just a zero tolerance. I don't allow abuse to kids, and it was really no reason for him to do this. He tried to hit him with a sledgehammer first.
Yeah, like he was on some other shit.
Yeah, he tried to hit him with a fucking sledgehammer. And this is the crazy part, is that we are so, as black people, we are so like docile
and forgiving.
Yeah, to what happens to us. It's the little boy. It broke my fucking heart when I watched the interview. I was almost in tears in my truck because he was like, yeah, he tried to hit me with a sledgehammer, but I'm too fast. And I was like, bro, you didn't even understand the danger that you was in with just the sledgehammer, not even the gun, but just the sledgehammer. Have anybody seen that sledgehammer? I have a sledgehammer on my truck.
Sledgehammer can
that
break your
shit,
fucking skull.
Yeah, that shit
easily.
is crazy.
Yeah.
So he didn't even understand the danger that he was in with just the sledgehammer. But then you get to him getting in police custody. $10,000? If you ever been to jail, you only got to pay 10%.
10%.
So that means that he literally only had to pay $1,000 to get out for shooting someone.
But here's what's happening in this country. He is seeing that it is okay to kill black people.
Yeah,
he
because
never thought that there was going to be any type of repercussion. And like you said, okay, well, I don't know his financial situation, but I think everybody in this room can come up with $1,000 easily. That ain't shit. And then in the back of his mind, he's thinking, okay, $1,000 I'm gonna get off. They're gonna give me my $1,000 back.
Did you see his mugshot?
No.
It was like very smug,
because this country has set the precedence that you can kill. Listen, let me tell you something. You'll get in more trouble for killing a dog than you'll get in trouble for killing a black person.
But you know why? I think Ryan, because that's his name. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He's Asian. I think it's Nguyen.
When?
Why is there so many? Why is there so many? Why there's so many letters in window? Why? It's like mad letters in window.
Hey, when I first saw it, I thought it was like Nugent.
Nugent,
right? But what you say?
Nguyen.
No, you didn't say Norwegian. You said Nui.
I didn't even get it out. Well, it's mad letters in window.
But the minute you said it, I was like, I know what you're talking about.
It's win. It's win.
I'm gonna call him Ryan. Ryan got a battery in his back.
It's literally Ryan Win.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't even say the win because, like, first of all, win starts with W.
In here, but over there it starts with the N.
Well, go the fuck back over there where you pronounce it right because this America it starts with W. But anyways,
this is America.
You are Toby people. Like your name is Toby. I call you Toby. You gonna be Toby.
Hey, he changed it to Ryan. I didn't. You could have came over here with your Chinese name.
I'm talking about the win.
Man, fuck win. I don't give a fuck. Ryan. The point is Ryan got a battery in his back. Why? Because our president passed that motherfucking Asian hate bill.
Oh my God. I do want to throw some along when it comes to the bail and stuff like that. I think that's actually, you can't be mad at him for his bill being $10,000. I think we're coming round in a time where they're changing some of the bond laws because it's supposed to be, well, give us a little bit of what you have. And a lot of times for black people, people of color, like they'll have our bond like 500,000 and they know from our backgrounds and shit like that, we can't afford that. So lately they've been changing some laws where they try and stick to a, for lack of a better word, minimum, so to speak.
Okay, then do that case by case. And I don't care what you say. Shooting a little kid that's not even a threat.
I'm not disputing that. I'm just disputing like when we're talking about $10,000. Like that's kind. I mean, like I feel like in a way that's like okay, well, damn, things are changing the way where God
economy.
forbid,
Okay.
like if I get in a situation like that because they know, okay, well he don't make $300,000 a year, so there's no reason for us to give him a bond that's goddamn $150,000. Okay, let's get him like $50,000. Woo, yada yada yada.
Man,
That's not a nationwide thing. It's only like certain places are making those small steps. Like I want to say LA is one of them.
man, fuck that. And if anybody wants to know that judge that gave him that low ass bond, because I had to do research on this.
Maybe he was following the law now.
He was a law-abiding citizen.
I mean, he could have been, but the moment that he shot that kid, he became a criminal. That's the whole thing that y'all keep forgetting about the gun law shit. The moment that you use your gun unlawfully, you are a criminal. But
he already got the gun and already tried to shoot somebody. So yeah.
Okay,
Good luck to that boy.
Okay, it's no different. Man, I ain't about to get back on that conversation because I go way deep. I didn't wrote a whole page on the gun law notes, but the bun is what really low key had me like. I mean, all the other stuff, him like not realizing the danger that he was in, to him getting shot was a big shock. But it was like, okay, well, I know for a fact that he's gone. But then I seen the $10,000 bill, and then I was like, who's giving out this low ass bun? Well, Alicia Finks of that courthouse gave him that low ass bun. And I didn't go too deep because I was like, okay, I only have a couple hours before I have to come here. But I want to know who she's connected to, who he's connected to, for him to have this low ass bun. And yeah, like you're saying, like, oh well, you know, they're changing the laws for the buns and everything, but this was a 6-year-old kid that was not a threat at all.
Why does she have to be connected? Now, let me ask you a question.
I do think that she's connected for sure.
So if there was a black person that got in trouble for some shit and he was able to get a low bond, would you still feel the same way? Oh, well, he was able to get a low bond because he knows somebody?
Hell yeah. Because
why not? It can't be a judge say, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to follow the letter of the law to the best of my knowledge. Yeah, I could give this person a high-ass motherfucking bond.
You should.
But I'm not. Just like you have those cases where you can pull up online. Hold on. Like there are places online.
It's a kid. That's not a threat at all. I can see if it was a grown ass man and then he shot a grown ass man, hey, put the bun in whatever, because those are two fucking men. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying that a grown ass man got a little bit more power to defend himself rather than a 6-year-old kid.
And I hear what you're saying. I'm just speaking on a judge's discretion, just like where you have
judge shouldn't have no discretion with a 6-year-old kid getting shot at all. No. It's a 6-year-old kid.
Okay,
he's defenseless.
One, I'm not disputing what happened with the kid, but I'm speaking as a judge. One, we don't have all the details that they have. We don't.
Well, I got some here.
Two, you said you have some.
Yeah,
Two,
I got some here. I got a lot. I went through this shit a lot. Well, as of right now, actually, well, let me just read it.
May I interject?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Basically, there was a case with 2 white kids that beat up an Asian dude to death, and the white judge says that the kids that beat up the Asian dude to death will get off with like probation because they were hardworking citizens and weren't the type of people that should be in jail. So there's a lot of judge discretionary stuff going on. Yeah, it shouldn't be right, but it is. There probably need to be more black and minority judges.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree with that. More black judges, whatever. But a lot of people don't understand that sometimes these judges hold weight. They be in these offices in these positions for a really fucking long time unless you vote them out or whatever. And as much as I hate politics and I don't vote and I don't do any of that, I don't think that it should be any lifetime as positions. But to my point, let's see. Okay. So after he ended up shooting this kid or whatever, then of course it's on the news, everything. Then the community pulled together, went up to his job and started like rioting pretty much. And the Chinese shop was like, he no work here no more. Damn, is it? Am I gonna get in trouble for that shit?
Kind of sounds like it. Hey,
You know what? No more. Man,
I didn't make that sound.
Man, he don't work. He
What's
don't
it
work.
mean?
He don't work here. He don't work here no more. So after the outcry, after the outcries of this community, he ended up going back to jail, and now his bail is set at $100,000, and I guess he can't afford that because he's still off in jail. So my thing is, I just to your point, because I don't want to stay right there because I got a whole bunch of other shit that I have to say, is that there should be no discretion and really low key shooting somebody, especially a kid. Now, I just don't see why that judge, Alicia Funky Dog Head Ass Sphinx, put that bail so motherfucking low for that Asian man not killing, but shooting that 6-year-old kid. I don't understand that. I don't get it. I'm not with it. But I'm just saying, I don't see the discretion in that. It's a kid.
And I hear you and I understand that, but I feel like if you take that stand where there should be no discretion, then I just want to pull up some videos online where it's people where a judge, just because they was in a good mood or some case, instead of sending a motherfucker to jail who's supposed to go to jail, like, you know what, I'm gonna give you another chance. So in those situations where it is our people, so the judge shouldn't have no discretion then when they doing something good,
if they're doing
or just something bad.
Something bad, for sure. If they're doing something bad, hey, everybody's on the same level. But we already know that they're not going to do it on the same level. And that brings me to my other point. Why did the community give this guy a second chance to go to jail?
What you mean, why did they give him because the community came together?
Man, they should have came together and whooped his ass. That's what they should have did.
And then all the black people would have gone to jail.
Thank you. Like,
no, I'm so tired of this. This is what I'm tired of.
If we had some potato skins, then maybe we'd be in a better
stop
mood.
talking about potato skins. No, because this is why things like this keeps happening in our community, because we don't stand up. We wait until the laws come, the laws that oppress us.
When you say stand up, what do you mean?
I just said it. Go whoop his ass.
Go whoop his ass. Okay. Okay.
Go whoop his motherfucking ass. He shouldn't even been standing right now.
So here's my question.
And then the dad got the nerve to be up on the motherfucking news talking about, I don't know why they doing this. You should have went over there and whooped his ass.
Hey, I hear you. But my question is,
let me
are
ask
you
this
going to
question.
sacrifice your life to go do it, though? Yes or no?
Guess what?
Yes or no?
For a kid? Hell yeah.
Okay, so why didn't you go do it?
Because it's in Missouri and I'm in Texas, nigga.
And thank you.
And
thank you.
I'm saying those people, if something like that happened down here, for sure. That's
so
in Missouri,
nothing.
bruh.
You being on paper.
No.
You would have gone out there and whooped some ass and gone back to jail.
I mean, what? I'm not on papers. I'm clean.
I'm trying to understand this.
Oh,
thing.
no. I'm saying this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that at some point we have to stop depending on the law. Hold up. We have to stop depending on the law. Y'all all just said that in the gun control topic. Y'all just all got through saying that, damn, the laws ain't for us. These laws don't cater to us. Why are you
Technically,
sitting?
I didn't say that, but
Which would further.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Because I didn't even get a chance to say my point. Y'all been doing this to me all night.
But hold the fuck up. If we listen to all the rest of our podcasts, your ass be running straight through us.
Yeah, but guess what? I didn't calm down a lot. But
I didn't calm down a lot.
But the point that I'm trying to make is that, damn, when are we gonna sit up here and stand up? I ain't saying go kill the man so that everybody could be off in jail.
You just said beat his ass. I mean, somebody going to jail.
Did she say to death?
Hold up, I said beating his ass
to death.
No, I didn't say to death. I said go whoop his ass. That's 3 days in jail. That's 3 days in jail. Have you ever whooped somebody's ass? That's 3 days in jail right there.
Okay.
That ain't a whole lifetime.
But my question
go whoop
is,
his ass. They ain't gonna
if you
get
have
everybody.
a career, then what?
They ain't gonna get everybody.
Oh, see,
So niggas supposed to run in.
They ain't gonna get everybody. Yeah.
Either way.
No, because guess what? We do nigga shit when we don't need to do nigga shit, and then when it's time to do nigga shit, we don't fucking do it.
Everybody is not like that. I
then
feel like
guess what?
this.
We need to start doing it like that. That's why we at the bottom of the motherfucking totem pole right now because
people
we
don't
wait for
do
the
nothing
fucking,
smart.
No, because we've
Just
been doing
like-
things smart for
No.
We've been doing things smart for the longest,
An example.
my nigga.
Okay.
No, we've
okay.
been doing things for the we've been
I have
doing
an
things
example.
smart for the longest, my nigga.
man,
And guess
people-
what? The law still don't fucking come to our aid. They still don't do anything that we need them to do. So what's the best next alternative?
Right. Right.
Is to do it ourselves.
Right.
Black people
Right.
need to start doing for selves. We don't police our community. We just had the conversation about Makala Bryant. Makala Bryant.
Makia Bryant, yes.
Makia, I'm sorry.
No,
please.
it's fine.
Makia Bryant or Makala Bryant. We just had that conversation the first podcast I think that we had together.
Yes.
Okay. And what was my sentiments on it?
That it was a justified killing.
Yes, that it not too much justified.
It was justified.
But yeah, but
Okay.
but
I
look,
still don't agree with that.
looking at it from a standpoint, yes, it is kind of justified. But I'm saying that before the cops got there, then what did the community do?
Nothing but watch.
Exactly, nothing but watch. Okay, so what happened here? Nothing but watch. Why nobody didn't be like, okay, damn. So nobody seen this nigga over there hauling a fucking sledgehammer at this little kid? Nobody seen that? I'm just saying. I'm the only thing that I'm saying is that we need to start sticking up for ourselves because obviously the laws, the cops, the politics are not helping us. And that's why I have a big problem with black people being in politics because they do not help us. We give them all of our votes, all of our time, all of our everything. And then they give us a dream. And then when they get in the office, then they don't do shit.
Them motherfuckers trying to get church
guess
plates.
what? Guess what? Actually,
Man,
they
it's
fucking
Really, they
pass
trying to get-
Asian hate
They
bills.
trying to get church plates. They trying to get church plates.
May I interject?
Go ahead.
Oh, I appreciate you.
You've been interjecting a lot, sir, lately.
You ain't even-
Let
you ain't
even got no camera, man.
A church
It's the
plate is
alcohol.
some baked chicken with the string beans that look like they have no nutritional value. It's going to be some mashed potatoes with gravy, and then it's going to be that punch that gives you diabetes. All I want to say is that, unfortunately, our black politicians are just in there for church plates. Okay, I'm done.
That's not everybody. Please go out there and vote. Make a difference in your community. Elliot, it's on you.
I appreciate you. All right. I've been drinking. I forgot my point.
Man, you better remember that shit. You already on the
Right.
mic.
Right.
Shit.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is that there are times. Is it possible that maybe there are times when you should be more politically involved when you're being more political and maybe more nigger shit when you around more.
He's so bougie. Did you hear how that came out?
I don't really cuss, but I was trying to relate.
All right, nigga, what?
Yeah.
Would you be on your nigger
It's
shit?
Everybody's that kind of book. But what I'm saying is, like there are different times for different things. So like when you don't get your way, you can go ahead and argue and protest and stuff, but you need certain people there.
Rude as shit.
that-
Elliot.
It's time. It's 20 minutes. That's the end of it.
No. Keep going, because I don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
Drinking
Keep
old man beers.
No, my bad. I'm just saying. Okay, like you're saying, like you need politics because you can't make a change without being in there, but you can't rely on politicians because there's a system. So there has to be like until the system and the politicians are representative, there's got to be a middle part, which I think we're in right now. Because on the Democrats, there's a whole lot of representation. Women, ethnicities. On the Republican side, it's all white
Man, yeah.
Oh, white men. And so they've been playing the game for so long that they know how to play it. So when you have these new figures coming in that are trying to implement the change for the people that they represent, there's going to be a
Pushback.
little bit of pushback and just novelty to it because they're new. And so you think that might be an issue between like
Barack, AOC, and the issues that you're concerned about that they didn't really address?
Me personally, like I said, I don't think that black people should be in politics at all because we have no leverage.
So how will we get change?
Do it ourselves. Gather together, do it ourselves. But I want to go back to this point because I feel like we stray away a lot from the topics that we talking about. But this, because you said when is the time to do nigga shit and when is the time to do political shit. This was the time to do nigga shit. You shot a 6-year-old that is defenseless and tried to swing a sledgehammer at him. This, if it wasn't no other time to do nigga shit, this was the time to do nigga shit. And they kind of got to the nigga shit when they went to his job and they pulled up at his job and they were rioting. But I feel like it should have went to 10 with the nigga shit. Whoop that nigga's ass. That's my whole point. Ain't no change in my mind.
And that's cool, but at the end of the day, would you be willing? Now, if you just a motherfucker, you just on a block. No, let me finish. You on a block every day, you ain't doing shit with your life. Cool, that sounds wonderful. But if you have a career, a good job where you have to go to work every day and take care of your family and shit, running out and just fighting somebody because you feel like they did wrong is really not the smartest thing to do.
Okay, and you're absolutely right. It's not the smartest thing to do because we don't have this binding community where a village take care of a kid. Like we don't have that anymore. Everybody's out for themselves nowadays. I mean, we don't make sure that all the community kids on our block is, off in the house before 8 no more. We don't, I can't even whoop my nieces and nephews. Why? Because they feel like, oh well, and these are my sisters and brothers. Oh, well, now don't whoop my kids or whatever, which I am still going to whoop them. But shit, don't whoop my kids. Just tell me what they did. No, I'm their aunt. I'm not going to hurt them in any type of way that they're don't need to be hurt. But if they're doing something wrong, I should be able to whoop their ass because this is a community. This is a village. We supposed to be raising a village, bro. Mm-hmm. So if our men or the people that is supposed to be protecting the community, which used to be the gang members that didn't have no life, the same life that you talking about, oh, I'm hanging out in the corner, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. They were supposed to go handle up on that. Not the law-abiding citizens that have the good jobs and everything. But if it did come down to a time where the law-abiding citizens or the people that got the good jobs had to run up in his shit, they should have did that because at the end of the day, they know that Grandma Sater at 10910 street across the street, she got my kid. Shit, Mr. Humphrey, he got my kid. Everybody gonna make it to school. Yeah, I'm gonna do this little 3-day stint and then I'm gonna get the fuck out. All right, we have to stop looking at things from a perspective of just self and start looking at the community.
All right, so speaking of community, has there been any tragic incidents that has happened in Dallas over the past 9-10 years that made you feel away and emotional? And if it did you go out and try and find retribution anywhere?
Nothing with kids that I've looked up.
I don't care what it was. If it did anything touch your heart?
Kid is not the only thing that touches my heart.
So even if a person was killed just because they was black, that didn't touch your heart? You was like, oh, just another day?
No, it's not just another day. I just have a really soft spot in my heart for kids. You said anything that touched my heart, kids touch my heart. Okay. Animals touch my heart. Disabled people.
Okay, women. So either way, I can still pull up a bunch of stuff that happened in Dallas over the past 5 years.
Did I know about it? Because honestly, and I'm going to be truthful, when Trump got into office, that's actually when I started really opening up my eyes to the world around me. I was in a bubble for a really long time. I went to work. I got my paycheck. I went on the weekends, got fucked up, and I went back to work on Monday. That was it. It changed when Trump got into office because I was like, how did this nigga with no political experience get into fucking office? And then everybody, same person you support? Yeah, that's why it was so fascinating to me, honestly. And his policies are good. So, but I ain't trying to get into that. His policies are great.
How do you do this? Like, I work with her.
But
how do you do this?
I don't.
But if you're a business-minded person, you want to own something one day, some of those policies could help you out. But that's neither here nor there.
I agree with you on the business policy, but as far as everything else, as a human being, me personally, I'm not gonna be giving y'all.
Black person in a relationship.
I'm not gonna be looking up fucking policies and shit for y'all, because every time after the podcast, I gotta go in the group and send y'all shit. Send you shit.
You be wrong though.
No, I don't.
Like, you be wrong.
I don't.
Especially when you sent me the fucking
the Obamagate.
Okay.
So you believe that Trump spied, but you don't believe that Obama spied.
There is a vast difference. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait.
Look.
There is a difference between you saying, "Oh, somebody was spying on me."
You said that last week.
There's a difference between somebody saying, "Oh, somebody's spying on me," and a judge says, "No, I authorized this." And which is in Trump case, he kept saying that, but the judge said, "No, like I said it was okay for wiretap."
Oh.
Now with motherfucking Obama, like the judge literally said, "Okay, like nah, you can't do that."
Okay.
So Obamagate wasn't real. It was all in his head.
No,
the judge was like, we said we can tap the Trump Tower, that's why it never went anywhere.
But why would they? Look, I'm not gonna get off into that, because that was last week.
Never want to get off into shit where you're wrong.
No. I do. I don't mind getting into shit, but that's not the topic for today. And I've already sent stuff over. If you want me to send more stuff over, the details. If you want me to send details over, I will send details over.
How about next show, everything Trump? Let's go ahead and dispel these rumors. We can go over policies. Like I said,
for sure,
there are certain things that I agree with Trump on business-wise. But everything else besides business-wise, when it comes to race, when it comes to nation relationships, like
that has not. Oh,
he literally said He literally said blacks should be loving me for all the stuff I did for them. What?
I mean,
who says that?
I mean, HBCUs who are dying. Hold up. No, because you're drunk right now. Because you're drunk right now. But he literally.
I'm drunk.
No, I mean, you haven't said anything. What do you want to say? You haven't said anything. You just said, "Wait, hold up."
Because I'm opposing. Because I have an opposing opinion. Now I'm drunk.
No, you didn't say anything.
No, what I'm saying is, okay, I did not make a statement, but when you said something and I'm like, hold the fuck up, which is in clear opposition to what you're saying, then all of a sudden I'm drunk.
No, go ahead and say your point.
No, finish.
Okay, so he did do some things. We talk about school. We talk about how important school is, and I don't want to stay here because this isn't even the topic. We're gonna talk about it next
time.
Yeah. But we talk about how school is important. We talk about all of the black things that we want to keep conservative. Well, HBCUs was dying. He gave $250 million
because of Jared Kushner. Kushner goes over and said, "I talked him into doing it."
Okay,
this was strictly for the black vote.
Who cares? You benefited off of it. Black people benefited off of it. Who cares? Who cares? Politicians do.
It don't matter.
Look. Politicians do things hold up. Politicians do things all the time for a vote. That's why I don't understand why y'all just getting on Trump about doing things for a vote. Biden did things for a vote. He told y'all if y'all don't vote for him, y'all ain't black. What the fuck? Y'all are tripping right now. Every politician does things for vote. Hillary Clinton fucking went to the Breakfast Club with hot sauce in her fucking purse. Everybody does.
I carry hot sauce with me. What does that mean?
You like
that you pandering?
Wait. Actual hot sauce.
That you pandering?
I keep sriracha.
I'm just saying. The point that I'm trying to make is that
I didn't even know why Beyonce had this shit in her purse. Like real.
Cause we black, baby. Go so got some chicken and shit. Yeah, bitch.
But I got some Louisiana. Okay, go ahead.
The point that I'm trying to make is that all politicians do things for a vote. Politicians do not care about y'all poor asses.
But you're hanging it on the wall like, hey, he did this stuff
No,
for black
right.
people
No,
because
no,
he
no, no,
likes
no, no,
you
no.
and thinks you're amazing.
No, I never said that. Did I say that? Did I say that?
That's how you
No,
make it seem.
That's how I make it seem. But did I say that?
The point is,
No, I didn't say that. So what I'm saying is that politicians do things for people all the time. If you can benefit off of the things that this politician do, take it.
But the
take
point
it.
Malik is trying to say is that you are dispelling everything that every other politician did.
No,
but
I'm
you
not.
are trying, but
I'm not.
But you're saying Trump gave $200 million to HBCUs, which have
That
been
were
struggling-
dying
but-
because black
which-
people
wait,
didn't
wait,
come.
but have been struggling for the past 100 years. But then you want to turn around and say, well, Biden said if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Well, Hillary said that showed up with hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally dispelling everything else that every other politician did, but you're praising this crazy motherfucker.
No, I'm not
for-
praising him. I'm
Am
just
I
taking.
missing- am I
I'm
missing
just.
something?
I'm
You're
taking.
all right.
Am
No,
I missing something?
You're all right.
I'm
Okay.
taking the benefits that this politician that did it for the black vote, and I'm taking it and I'm running with it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not saying that anything that Hillary didn't benefit black people. I'm not saying that anything that Biden didn't benefit black people, but I'm saying give those same other politicians like Obama. You love Obama so much.
May I interject?
I didn't say that.
Fucking give
To the
Trump
point
the
that-
same thing because politics do it all for the same
May-
reason. They
may I
don't give a
interject
fuck about
real
you.
quick? Just real
And
quick.
on the
Did you
Elliot.
call me a wolf?
I said
What?
they don't give a fuck about you. No politician
I
does.
was like, I mean, I'm a cougar in this motherfucker, but I'm not.
No, politicians just don't give a fuck about anything. They give a fuck about votes. And if whatever fucking policy that they pass benefits you, take it. Take it for what it is and run with it. Who gives a fuck if they're racist or not? All of them are fucking racist. Ding, ding, ding. All of them.
I'm just not up for trying to hold Trump up as some nice guy.
I'm not holding Trump up. I'm taking the policies and I'm saying I like that policy for me as a black person.
Okay.
I give a
may
fuck
I
if he's
interject
racist?
real
Fine,
quick?
whatever. Everybody's racist. You go to work every fucking day and your fucking boss is probably racist. But you still go to work, right? Why? Because the money benefits you. You don't say, "Oh, that motherfucker racist," and I ain't going to work. You go to fucking work.
I sell
It
drugs for
benefits
Pablo, so fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I work for the motherfucking plug. I work for the brown man. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
May I interject real quick?
Hey, you're gonna have to stop interjecting. You ain't got no camera, bro.
What?
It's like a ghost comes on screen. What the hell?
Camera.
Do what I do. Anyway, so the policy you're talking about with the HBCUs, basically what I was understanding was that they were getting a certain amount of money every so often, but they had to ask for it. And Trump just made it where they didn't have to ask. But it was kind of like, do you remember when it was a big deal when they had the amendment where black people could vote for whatever for the
After they got their rights back?
rights? Yeah,
Felonies, yeah.
But they have to renew it every so often.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that with the HBCUs. Like it was something they had to do, but it's something that they were not gonna not do.
Okay, but yeah, you're saying that, and everybody has to ask, right? Every college has to ask for this money that is being got, or just HBCUs.
HBCU just specifically because of the type of institution it was.
Okay,
Or is, sorry.
Yeah, it almost
English
was
grammar matters.
It almost
No,
Shit.
they were getting the same money under Obama, but they just had to ask for it. Now with under Trump's policy,
Okay, why
they
did
don't have to renew it.
Did you
So
look up why did they have to ask for it?
It was just policy. Like it was like just like something they had to do every so often because they didn't think it was gonna need to be permanent. So it was just they put it as a temporary thing.
We have
That's
to
your
go
thing.
to work in the morning.
That's great, but at least they don't. We're gonna talk about this next week because we sitting up there getting too deep into this shit, and it's just so much shit that, like I said, propaganda. Y'all fell for it.
Yeah, falling for that Trump is a good guy shit.
I didn't. Did I ever say he was a good guy? Did I ever say he
Well,
was a good guy?
I wasn't even talking about you, taking
Did
it
I just-
personal.
Did I ever
Ooh.
say he was a good guy?
Propaganda, Candace Owens.
I like Candace Owens, but guess what? I still say that, hey, she has a problem with systematic racism. I take the good from what people is doing, and I just run with that. I don't give a fuck what they doing bad because I'm just like, hey, it is what it is. They gonna do that because they're in that spotlight.
Wait, can I just put for the record?
Go ahead.
I hate Candace Owens.
Thank you. I said
Fuck that
I
bitch.
said you're the black person in your relationship.
I would like to challenge Candace Owens to a debate.
There was a person that you put in the group. I think it was you. What was his name? He did the colors videos.
Tariq Nasheem.
Tariq Nasheem. Yeah, I can't stand that prick. I can't. Not at all.
I loved Tariq Nasheem.
You love everyone that black people hate.
Because they be speaking facts.
I am the type of person where I don't need to put down another race to build myself up. And I feel like a lot of times he comes off, I'm just like racist. Like I feel like black people can become racist. If you feel the need to like talk down on white people, like you racist, like own that. And I feel like if you're racist, own that. Like
yeah, I wish more black people would own that they're racist.
Yeah, I feel like
because the reason why we're in this predicament is because we not racist. We love everybody and we forgive everybody and we do this and we do that.
Motherfuckers be closet racist. Like they get around their family and friends wanna talk shit about different races.
I wish a motherfucker would.
But then going to work, they boss a color that they don't agree with, and it's never that same energy. Like I feel like I was raised a pretty decent way to where like hate an individual, not a whole race, and I just feel like a lot of people who has that public platform, they spew like a lot of hate at the detriment of like putting down another race, another religion just to build their own self up.
But if it's facts, then
it's facts based on who?
If it's facts, if it's his, I know I'm asking if what they're saying is facts and it happens to put down another race, then what's the problem?
Okay, but what are the facts? Because facts.
No, I'm asking. I'm not saying a specific rate. I mean, I'm not saying a specific fact or whatever or statement. I'm just saying if
it's a undisputable fact that can be not assessed, but can be agreed upon from different sources, not the same like-minded people. Because if a fact is a fact, a Muslim, a Catholic, a Christian can really like, that's a fact. It ain't no, oh, well, in order for this to be a fact, I need like-minded people to see this and agree with me. To me, that's not a fact.
So I watch a lot of his stuff, and most of it, he have receipts for it. He has the cited source. He has all of the stuff that you would read off if you looked it up yourself.
Let's see. I know I saw like the first couple of colors and stuff, so I'll probably have to jump back into the what's the name. I'm pretty sure I could even pull up shit that'll make you say, okay, I see why you feel that way. It like everything about him is not all.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bring that to me. I'm not saying that everything, because like I said, I know how to decipher the things that I can't take from someone or something, and then take things that I can.
Okay,
that's what I do. I don't take, well, this person's bad because he said one bad thing about me. That's censorship. I don't give a fuck about that. What is it that you can do for me that's good? Okay, if you can do that that's good for me, great. Let's run with that. I don't give a fuck about that other shit. If I can benefit from the 2 or 3 things or the 3 things out of 5 that you can give to me.
That's kind of hard because like
nobody's gonna give you 5 out of 5. Nobody's gonna give you 5 out of 5, bro.
I hear
it's
you,
politics.
But that's just like saying like a white nationalist saying like, yeah, I can really learn something from fucking Hitler. You know what I'm saying? Or just a white person in general, like, like
that's not the same thing.
He did some fucked up shit, but the good shit he did, I completely learn from that.
I can get a nugget from it. I can get a nugget from it.
I mean, okay, take the Bible for you don't really believe in
I'm not,
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, you're mostly like, okay, so we can agree that some of the things that God in the Bible did was fucked up.
Like what?
Like when God would wake up, according to the Bible, when God would wake up and say, all these motherfuckers right here, kill them.
But
that
there was a reason behind that.
But then you have the 10.
Like, hey, kill everybody. Like, nah, it didn't go like that.
I'll give you a better one, and then we can end it or whatever. I'll give you a better one. This kid.
But that's what the Bible says. Like the Bible would say, God would be like,
it was something happened to precede that.
Okay, that's why I'll give you a better one, a better example. No, not you, because you you said a pretty decent one or whatever. I don't know what book that's from.
I don't either.
But I'll give you a better one. Okay, so in the Bible, I don't know what book or whatever it is. Okay, so it's this kid that was teasing this bald-headed man, and God sent down bears to maul the little kids. So is that justifiable?
I would have to read the whole story because
that's the whole story. That's the whole story.
No, man, I ain't gonna look up to Mark. Okay, kid gets mauled by a bear. Where's the other story?
No, that's the whole thing. It was some kids making fun of him. He was one of God's prophets. The kids was making fun of him because he was bald. God sent bears to maul them.
Okay, so the kids was bothering the old man, so God said, "Okay, I got something for that ass."
Yeah.
So something happened to proceed for that bear to come down.
That's not justifiable.
Okay, so
action is
I tease you and then you send a fucking bear down? No.
But the thing, Kings.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
2 Kings 2:23 through 24. From there, Elisha went up to Bethel. As he was walking up the path, some small boys came out of the city and harassed him, chanting, "Go up, Baldy, go up, Baldy." He turned around, looked at them, and cursed them in the name of the Lord. Then 2 female bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the children.
There you go.
Okay.
So is that justifiable? That kids tease the fucking shit and then he fucking...
But here's a part to it. That because I'm no longer a Christian, but I do understand life and death is in the power of the tongue, and we're talking about the power of the universe. So, like you said, something had to happen, which this I'm kind of going into some crazy area, but he said, "I curse you," and there was then a result of that curse.
Yeah.
Now, if life and death is in the power of the tongue, and the Christians really believe that, God said you can speak it and it can happen, well, according to universal law, if God says that you can curse these people and it can happen, then there's some obligation there. I don't feel like God was like, "Oh, look at them badass kids. Okay, kill them." There's something that happened that, according to universal law, you can see it. You can, like all these motivational speakers, you can see it, you can say it, you can have it. That's the way I receive it.
Okay. Yeah, because the Bible is, hey, how you receive it. But
the Bible says you can speak to this mountain and it'll be thou removed. So apparently these kids were a mountain. He spoke it. The universal law says, all right,
great,
I gotta do it.
Great, but who gave him that power?
God.
Exactly. So intentionally, God did it because He gave him the power to do it. So it's like, okay, was that justifiable? No, I don't ever. I got teased a lot when I was in school. I'm not calling God to maul these bitches down at recess. So it's like, okay, but the point that I was trying to make is that that's really fucked up in the Bible.
It is.
But guess what? You know what is good in the Bible? The 10 Commandments. I try to live by them shits every day because that is a pretty solid law to live by. Don't steal, don't kill, don't be fucking over your neighbors. Treat your neighbors how you want to be treated. That's universal law, I feel. Most people ain't going out here doing bullshit ass shit. Most people are living by those 10 Commandments. Most people ain't calling on the name of God to maul down some 42 kids. I'm just saying, that's how I feel about the situation, is that regardless of the person that you are or what you've done or whatever, a broke clock is fucking right twice a day.
Yeah, but you won't go to that clock all day to check the time, though.
I don't go to Trump to do anything. I don't go to politicians to really do anything for me. I'm almost on the side of an anarchist on the cool, because I don't believe government should be in anything. I think that we should all be living by the constitutional rights, which is the right to do what we want to do all the fucking time. We've gotten so far away from that. I'm just saying.
You know what?
I can take good from the bad.
I absolutely agree with you. And on that,
it's been an hour with Crowder.
I am one of your hosts. I'm Malik Anthony, and to my left here, you have the wonderful Rick Rock.
And you don't stop.
To her left, you have the amazing Crowder. And to her left is the HR
department.
And to her left is the amazing producer, Elliot. I'm Malik Anthony. Thank you for stopping by.
You stay classy.
Good night.
Good night.